All right, looks like we're live. I just want to double check Facebook. Sometimes it's weird. Okay, we are good. Good to go. All right. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Jamie Chavez. I'm the president and CEO of the Westminster Chamber of Commerce. And every Wednesday, we bring to you a live broadcast featuring one of our newest members to the chamber to introduce them and give them a chance to talk to you about their organizations. If you're new to the broadcast, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. I encourage you to like us if you're on Facebook and follow our page so that you'll receive notifications for when we go live in the future. If you're on YouTube, you can hit subscribe and explore previous broadcasts there as well. If this is your first time joining us, thanks. Special welcome to you. And we also do Monday broadcasts, which are featuring interviews with our mayor pro tem, councilors, and other key city staff. So tune into those to hear what's going on down at City Hall. And then on Fridays, one Friday a month, we reserve for county updates featuring Jefferson County and Adams County commissioners. So stay tuned for those for broader county matters as well. As you watch the broadcast this morning, please feel free to engage with us. Don't be shy. Drop any comments, ask any questions, or if you just want to say hello, we'd love to hear from you. So make sure you say hello this morning. And now finally, a very warm welcome to both Trisha Montgomery and Tanya Meekum with Moose's March. We're so excited to have you guys not only in the chamber, but with us this morning. And so I'm going to pass it off over to you all to let us know all about Moose's March and what Moose's March is.
Oh, gosh. First of all, Jamie, thank you guys for having us. Thank you for having us in this opportunity. And thank you for my team and amazing colleague on the ground, Tanya. I could not do this without her and in there. I'm Trisha. I'm the founder of Mrs. March. We are a 501c3 dedicated to the early detection of pet cancer. I'm actually in Florida, and I am a little bit warmer than you all, but we did have a cold snap, so it's about 35 degrees. And I'm actually on site at Gulf Coast Humane Society. They're actually one of our recipients for pet cancer test as well. My dog Moose, I was CEO for Paws Humane Society out of Columbus, Georgia. And on my birthday, it was the worst birthday ever. It was during the time of COVID. And I couldn't get home. It was just really, it was that time where nobody knew what was going on. And so I happened to walk into the back, and there in the back of the shelter was this dog that was just cattywampus. He was skinny as a rail, and he was a lowrider pit bull. But he looked at me and I thought, I'm going to foster him. I'm going to take him home with me for my birthday. But even though I was CEO for Paws, you still had to go through Department of Agriculture and all the things that you do when you foster a dog. So luckily I passed, Paws crossed on that one. And I took Moose home, or I took Boss home with me. His name was Boss at the time. And we watched an episode of The Bachelor, and then we split a steak dinner. I had some wine, of course, he did not. And all my dogs sleep with me. And I woke up the next morning and he had those eyes on me. Mm-hmm. He was heartworm positive, so we really couldn't walk a lot. But he was just absolutely the best. But I brought him back on that Monday because I wasn't sure if there was the time because of everything that was going on. And I just lost my dog Zeus to cancer, not cancer, Cushing's disease. And my staff decided to adopt him for me. A boss for a boss is what they like to say. And so he became glue. He was by my side 24/7. He was part of the community. The mayor knew him. Everyone knew him. He was with me, really. We would leave for the shelter at like 9:30 or 6:30 in the morning. We wouldn't get back until 6:30, 7 o'clock at nighttime. And he was just everything. My dad had passed away, and then my mom passed away. And he was just really as most pet parents do, you lean on those pets, whether a cat or a dog, for comfort and companionship. And I came home one day from an event, and my dog sitter, Kennedy, had said to me, "You know, he's just not acting right. He just doesn't seem to be feeling right." And I came home and I wrapped my arms around him, and I found 4 nodes here, 3 more going down his body. And I'm also a certified veterinary technician. I've never practiced, but I was with the Chicago Veterinary Medical Association, and I knew what it was. And I called every veterinarian I could find, including Auburn University, and we got him there. And it was too late. It was stage 4 lymphoma at that time, and he was gone within 2 weeks. I found myself in a place that I've never found myself in before, where I really didn't want to go on, because it seemed that everything had just kind of collapsed in my life. And the weight of the world perhaps was coming down, and the loss of my parents. And then when Moose passed away, it was just a little bit too much. And I found myself on the floor. And my sister called me, and she's like, "You've got to get up, and you've got to do something." She goes, "This is not like you. You've got to get up." And so in that moment, I got up, and we created Moose's March, and turning grief into goodness. And I knew that there were many organizations out there that are incredible, like Live Like Rue, Thorn's Promise, who actually pay for people to get treatment, or their pets to get treatment if they can't afford it. There's Morris Pet Foundation out there. I knew I wanted to stop pet cancer before it started. I knew that if we could save one life, then we were doing our job. And that's really where everything got started. We have been around since 2022, and so proud of the effort that we've done. We pass out early detection tests to the general public. And so what we try to do is really not try. We promote education of early detection. We promote pet cancer testings. We are the liaison between the pet parent and the veterinarian. And so through our pet cancer testings, we'll provide free pet cancer testings, which is a urine analysis through Oncotect that allows that diagnosis to come back either to the veterinarian, the pet parent veterinarian, or it comes back to them directly. And then if the diagnosis is low, it's a low biomarker, or medium or high, that's when they determine what the next step is. And we have saved countless lives because of early detection. And just so thankful for that. And also, Tanya, if you want to talk a little bit about, you did the Walk for Mrs. March, the Walk Forever March in Colorado, and we're just so thankful for everybody who joined us. Tanya, why don't you jump in?
Sure. So again, thank you, Jamie, for allowing us to spread our story. And when I got involved with Mrs. March, it was really because after about a year of grieving my own Bella, who I lost to cancer as well, I knew I had to make a difference. I needed to do something. And I found Trisha on LinkedIn, and the story of Mrs. March touched my heart in such a way that I knew I had to get involved. And one of the things that I thought I could easily do was at least host an actual march here in Westminster. And Jamie, you and your team with Colby had been so incredibly helpful with discussing how the logistics would work, the appropriate type of walk that it could be. And we were very, very fortunate in that we could host it over at College Hill in the open space at Big Dry Creek. And pardon me, I even had a few folks from the Canine Body Shop who they do rehabs for pets, and their veterinarians participated with our walk. And it was a small but mighty group. It was a very chilly day. Fortunately, the sun had come out, And we gathered to talk about and reminisce about our pets and those that we had lost and the love that we still share with those pets. I am happy to say that Riverdale Animal Shelter will be a big representation for our next event this coming November. And so we're working with the Adams County Parks and Rec to organize that event with the trails out in their location, because it's so broad, it's so vast, and we can actually go back to Riverdale as a start and stop point and give some love on the animals out there, because Riverdale has been doing some incredible work. If those of you who are unfamiliar with them, last year, specifically in July, they had an influx of animals come through because of 5 different hoarding situations.
Mhm.
And so with what Trisha has created, they are in big time need of these types of tests. Those animals in hoarding situations, imagine us as humans, right? So if we are exposed to those types of chemicals, we know that there's a high likelihood that we're going to get cancer. And so to have tens of or hundreds of animals just in this tiny little location that have all of these chemicals just spewing out into the air, we know that we can help a lot of those rescues who definitely need those tests to be done. And so Tabitha is our resource over at the Riverdale Animal Shelter, and she has been absolutely excellent. So we're really excited to start promoting and starting some fundraising around our next march. Right, Trisha?
Yeah, and passing out those tests. And I want to touch upon something that Tanya brought up. And feel free, anybody, to ask any questions. I would like to talk about, for people who are not aware, there has been an increase in pet cancer. Over 6 million dogs and 6 million cats will be diagnosed this year with pet cancer. And you think about last year. Go ahead.
Do we know what the increase, do we know why there's an increase? Are people just taking their pets in more, or are pets actually getting cancer more frequently?
I think it's and that's a great question, Jamie. It's a combination of both. I think people are finding out more. I think that we as pet parents are becoming more and more aware of things from a testing perspective. But I would also say, on the flip side, from the environment, from the pesticides to the chemicals to secondhand smoke, breeding. Right now, currently, every golden retriever, the pet parent of a golden retriever, their dog should be testing for cancer really at age 4, 5, at the least. 60% of all golden retrievers will be diagnosed with pet cancer in their lifetime. So when you think about that, and you think about other breeds that are prevalent to pet cancer, like boxers or German shepherds, French bulldogs, all of these dogs that we don't think about, we don't think about cancer. And then there are other factors from obesity. Obesity causes cancer. Many times there is a lump or a bump, or your pet is what I call the boot scootin' boogie, and he's moving his bottom on the floor. That can actually be a sign of anal cancer. Even when a dog for throat cancer, lymphomas, anything, it's important to really keep your eye out. The same as we as women. We do a monthly breast check on ourselves, and for men, from a prostate examination, we need to do the same thing for our pets really every 6 months. And having that test available to you from a urinalysis, that you can just check on it and do it in the comfort of your own home without having to take your dog to the veterinarian. We know how sometimes that's a difficult situation to get them in the car. So this really allows people to test in the comfort of their own home and find out, them privately, what that diagnosis is.
Yeah, and I think that it's been a while since I've had a pet that was aged. I think the last pet that I had pass was about over a year ago, and it wasn't cancer. He just got old. But I guess when you take your pet into the vet, aren't they doing those screenings, or are you saying that we need to be doing those more at home?
So within the veterinarian, their cancer, if you think about cancer, we don't really talk about it. It's something that is just not a source of conversation, especially within the pet parents and in the pet industry. So whenever you go into the veterinarian, you can actually ask and request a blood test, and that's done through Volition Veterinary, which is actually one of our partners as well. And they'll draw about 0.25 milligram of blood during the wellness examination, and then they can actually find out that result right there. And that is done through the veterinarian. We really try to bridge the gap between consumers and the veterinary profession and businesses, because we know in order to spread awareness, getting to the pet parent is the most important thing that we can possibly do.
Yeah. Okay. And you mentioned that it's a urine test, and so you just kind of follow your dog around, collect the sample, and then
and you send it. Yeah, you send it in. Moose's March actually pays for everything for you. So if anybody on the call today would like to request a free pet cancer test, go to moosesmarch.com, request a pet cancer test. Our team will review it. We'll send out that request, and that pet cancer test will come directly to you. They'll require your veterinary information as well. And again, it's really incredibly simple. Then we pay for the test itself and the results to be shipped back, and all the diagnoses that you receive back. And then we were also, for us as an organization, we are finding out so much more information on the data from a standpoint of, what the diagnosis was. What was the breed? What was the age? What were things that they noticed? Was it an itch? Was it a lump? Was it a cough? Was it a sore that didn't heal? So some of these things that we think, oh, he's just getting old, or maybe he's limping, or maybe she's limping and she tries to jump up on the couch and she misses the mark. Oh, she's just getting old. I wish I would have had more. I would give anything to have more time with Moose. The same thing as you, Tanya, for your dog as well. I think that if we can recognize some of these signs that we kind of pass off as just, oh, it's just he was exercising. Oh, he's just getting older. Oh, it's this. Get it checked out, because when you get a diagnosis of early detection early, your chances of survival increase by about 63%. And so think about that. The more memories that you have, the more years that you have with your pet, and how important that is.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the main fundraiser for Moose's March is the March, right? Do you do other events throughout the year?
We do, and we're going to be starting them up. But our main fundraiser is Moose's March, and that is in the month of November. We actually, from all across the country, we all open it up for the month of November for everybody to walk, and people can walk virtually, or there's different walks in different cities. So we had one in Fort Myers, we had one in Chicago, Westminster, we had one in Wilmington, Delaware, we had one in Nashville. And so the people contact us and say, I'd like to do a march in my area as well. And it's just a beautiful way of giving back, and also coming together as a community to really talk about those that we love, those that we lost maybe, and to support each other and love on each other, and really talk about pet cancer as a whole and educate. Because again, I think it's that 80-20 rule, that more the people that we touch, the more lives that we can save. And that's our goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And so how do you distribute the tests then? If someone was interested in getting one, where would they go?
They would just go to our website at moosesmarch.com. They would fill out the required informational form. Our team, we're our team of, we have an incredible board of veterinarians and just really incredible pet industry people, and they'll review it. And then we will send off that request for the test. That test will come directly to that pet parent. And then also they will be in contact with the veterinarian at the request of the pet parent. So it's a very, very simple process. 100%, and I want to repeat that, 100% of all money, any donations go directly to support and purchase pet cancer test. There are other non-for-profits out there that take a certain percentage for salaries or we don't do that. Everything goes directly to support Moose's March and the pet cancer test and education and awareness. And that's really important to me as a founder and also part of the non-for-profit sphere as well, because I think that we can save so many more lives.
Yeah, absolutely. So are you primarily volunteer run then?
We're all volunteer run, and Tanya is a beautiful volunteer. Yeah, it was. We really reach out on LinkedIn and Facebook, and hopefully those stories touch people's lives like they did Tanya. But we're posting more stories now on the tests that we have received back of people who have let us know, whether it's Diane or I think we have Rapita. I think it's Rapita who's going to be getting a cancer test in your area. Sully recently came back and should be having cancer, but double Merle, and she's on the low end of it. We have had tests come back that are positive, and they have worked with their veterinary team, and those lives have been saved, and including one of Bella. And Bella is a golden retriever, and she's now jumping and running underneath her mom's feet, as her mom likes to say.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask. Oh, go ahead, Tanya. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. I was wondering, do you want to share anything about the Moose's Badge program because of the wonderful things that we do to help support animals?
We also have a Moose Approved badge, and so organizations can apply to be part of the Moose's March badge. We have Wellness Warriors, we have Comfort Heroes, we have 4 different badges, and people can go directly to Moose's March and the Moose Approved badge, and they can register their company as a Moose Approved badge. And whether it's sustainable, whether it's focused on healthy living or cancer or anything, they can fill out the information. Our team will look at it, they'll review it, and then they'll receive the pet approved badge. Along with that, that becomes more of an affiliate marketing. So we receive anywhere from 10 to 20% back of products purchased with that direct link back to Moose's March and to the affiliate partner.
Awesome. Got it.
Yeah.
And so other than the badge program, are there ways that people can get involved with Moose's March, either through volunteering or donating or other events?
100%. We always look for volunteers. Anybody who wants to be a Moose's March advocate can just join our team. We love people, and I think the more people that get involved, the more awareness that we can create and really spread the message of marching for more memories and early detection. Donating is very, very simple. They can go online, hit that donate now button, and all proceeds go directly to Moose's March to support pet cancer. To date, we have saved, we have had over 311 tests sent out so far, and those lives have been saved. And that's one thing that we are so proud of here at our organization, to let people know that we're saving lives with everything that we do, with every test we send out. And so the more awareness we build, the more people know about us. We are the only 501c3 dedicated to the early detection of pet cancer. Only 501c3 that is focused on the early detection of pet cancer.
Great. Well, I've posted your email address in here, and I'm also going to post the website that people can go to learn more about Moose's March, get involved. But we do have a few more minutes, and so I'm wondering if you've got like a story that you're very excited to talk about, maybe an early detection story or one of those lives that you've saved.
Sure. Bella comes to mind. I just talked about her. Bella's mom reached out to me, and their dog had previously passed away of cancer. And Bella was part of the same litter, and her mom was frightened. We talked to her. I talked to her quite at length, and we sent her an early detection test. The diagnosis for Bella was positive. It was a high propensity for cancer. She went immediately to see her veterinarian. They did an ultrasound, they did a biopsy, and did confirm the cancer. It was able to be removed, and thanks to Mrs. March, Bella is now, running and jumping, and she is alive. And because what happens sometimes, people, especially with cancer, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to find out. Is it better just not to know, maybe? And I think that sometimes when a pet parent has had a pet be diagnosed with cancer or lose a pet, is it easier just not to know? By finding out earlier and finding out in advance, Bella is now alive. And I look at the other cases of Van Gogh. Van Gogh's diagnosis was positive. Rhonda, beautiful, beautiful girl. Van Gogh was their child, their everything, and we found out that Van Gogh had cancer. We were able to raise money through our partner Thorne's Promise to get her the surgery that she needed, working in partnership with another 501c3. And Van Gogh is now 1 year cancer-free from his surgery. So it's stories like that even though if that diagnosis is positive, we can help you through that because of the expertise, because of Dr. Tom Butera, Dr. Ray and Ben Pelt. I mean, we've got amazing team members on our side from a board member perspective, but also from a perspective, we have the knowledge, meaning that if you don't have the funding to pay for the surgery, we're going to connect you to Live Like Rue. We're going to connect you to Thorne's Promise. We're going to connect you with somebody who can help you and give you that direct connection to help support and save lives. And it just is a beautiful relationship. And these people, I can't, if I open up my mailbox, I would probably start crying if I open up my mailbox, and all the people, they stay in contact with me and they let me know what's going on. They let me know about their pets. Sadly, Maria, who's on iHeartRadio, her pet did pass away, but it was after, a diagnosis, and then it was, also old age. But people stay in touch with us and let us know how their pets are doing. And that's a relationship. And I think if there's anything that we can say here at Moose's March, we're about relationships and about making sure that we're there for you, whether it's a phone call, whether it's a text, or whether it's simply passing off our knowledge and that pet cancer test to you. We're there for you.
Yeah, that's amazing. And Tanya, can you talk a little bit about what the community response has been so far to Moose's March being brought into Westminster?
Absolutely. So I'm really excited to be part of the Good Vibes Leads group. And in fact, I have an opportunity to share more details in our next meeting on, I believe it's the 10th of February, on that Tuesday at 11:30. And what I'm excited about is we even have Carmen, one of our Leads group members, has gotten a request for a test. And so she'll be getting that test for one of her dogs shortly. We are so incredibly excited because as we continue to talk about Moose's March, more and more people are getting involved. So Vet Pet 365 is a huge advocate, and we've had some discussions with them, and they're an amazing organization as well. And so I'm thrilled to see how much Westminster is coming together in support of helping animals, because Colorado, I think when you move here, it's a requirement to get a rescue, right? Part of your entry.
You gotta have one.
Right. So it's just so incredibly fulfilling to see all of the people get involved and get excited about it. And I know that as we continue to advocate and create more events, that I anticipate the hundreds and hundreds of chamber members will probably be sick of my face talking about all of this, because take place. So just stay tuned. I'll be back.
As we like to say, we give Tanya a round of applause, not applause, applause.
Well, we got a quick question. Melinda wonders, this is cancer screening only, correct?
That is correct. And at the present time, it is for dogs only right now. We do have cat cancer test available coming soon. There are peer-reviewed papers that have just been published, and so we've got several coming for that beginning this year and next year as well.
Awesome. Great. Well, I know that people are going to be so thrilled to learn about this and want to contribute. Everybody wants their pets for as long as possible, right? They just are not here for long enough. And so fantastic work you've done, Trisha, in getting this going. It really is, it just shows a side of people that really cares about other people and other animals. And I just love that. So thank you both so much for the work that you've done, and also for coming on the broadcast with me today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me. I mean, a huge shout out to you, Jamie, at the Chamber, for having us. And Tanya, I could not do what I do without you. I say that to you all the time from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you guys. And thank you all for joining us today. If you have any questions, Tanya's on the ground there. Reach out to me. If you would like a pet cancer test, reach out, let us know. We're happy to get that forwarded on to you. And stay in touch with us. And we'd love to have everyone, we want to support you and we want to serve you, as well as let's get the word out about pet cancer. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Well, thank you for everybody who joined us today. Thanks for everybody who's saying hello, and happy Wednesday. And I hope everybody has a really good rest of your week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.